What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another blessing, right? Appreciate you for being here with me. I was under the weather, so I wasn't able to actually do any videos. Had to get right. Health before wealth, and we definitely want to stay healthy, right? So, peace and blessings to everyone out there. And if you've been supporting me, I appreciate your support. Hopefully, we continue this great relationship and keep things moving in the right direction. Now, what I wanted to touch bases on was categorizing people in their rightful place. Because there's this stigma where everyone has this imaginary group of haters, and, you know, we don't even label the people that actually support us, right? When I say us, I mean us as a collective, right? So it's so easy to talk about a hater that, excuse me, you actually forget to show love to the people who actually support you. But quick to point out who's not there, right? So that's what I wanted to touch bases on. And if you don't know, this is Life Chronicles, Droop the Loop. Always in the loop, never out of it. And I just wanted to remind you, this channel is about the wins, the losses, but most importantly, it's about the lessons, y'all. Because after the lessons, then comes the blessings, right? So first and foremost, just had to put that out there because everyone's not a hater, but also everyone's not a supporter, right? So I don't want to get caught up, and you shouldn't either, calling everyone fake who don't support your mission. Maybe they're not fake. Maybe you just didn't categorize them right. You didn't put them where they needed to be placed. And is that on them? Because let's face it, you can't expect everyone to treat you the way you treat them. You may be a person that go above and beyond. You may value friendship, and they probably don't. Maybe they had bad friendships in the past. Maybe they never learned how to be a good friend. Maybe they never learned what support is. And that's all right, but you can't put that on them. Just place them in the right category. Now, everyone is not going to clap for you when you're winning. Everyone's not going to uplift you when you're losing. And a lot of people don't want to see you do better than them. I know you heard that before, right? Want to see you doing good, just not better than them. And we've witnessed that to some degree with different family, different friends, even co-workers, right? They happy when you got hired. They was cool with you when you got hired. But then when you got that promotion, things got a little shady. When you got that raise, things got a little shady. Sometimes you could just get a shout out over the walkie, and they're like, you know what I mean? So they're going to have that sour face, but you got to be all right with that. And placing people in the right category is where they need to be. So if we cool, I'm going to keep you in the cool category. You cool. I know you cool. I know you cool. Why? Because you consistent. And that consistency goes a long way because, let's face it, there's people we haven't spoken to in years, months, weeks, right? And no matter when you speak to them, it's always the same love, same vibes. It doesn't matter how long you go without speaking to them, right? That's authentically who they are. And genuinely, they nice people. And therefore, you can place them in the cool category. Then you got people, you miss one day with them. One day, it could change your whole relationship, right? And I got a lot of people that I consider friends, right? But I know if I don't see them for a long time, some people, we may not be as cool. Not that we not cool, right? But we kinda, sorta, out of sight, out of mind. So if someone don't see you for a long time, some people, they forget how your friendship actually started, how it worked, what made it good. And then when you see them, it's like, Oh, hey, what's up, man? What's up, sis? And that's kind of not what we aiming for, right? As we level up, we want people that eyes light up when they see us. They get excited. And that energy is contagious because I know you want me to win just as bad as I want you to win. And even if we not in our winning season, we gonna get there together. We gonna push through. And that alone is motivating. That's what'll push you to the next level. You'll be like, you know what? I'm glad I bumped into them today. I'm glad I spoke to them today. I needed to hear that. And a lot of times, that's all it takes is a little nudge in the right direction and start your domino effect. You start knocking out little step by step until you pick up that momentum, right? Because I'm a big sports fan. And if I'm watching a sports game, the main thing you're always looking for when your team is down is a momentum shift. Snap a finger, the game could change. And when that happened, you notice the team start doing everything right, start clicking on all cylinders, the camaraderie, you just see it, the coaching is immaculate, and you can understand that. You say, oh, yeah, it's working out now. Oh, they going to come back. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, they about to win. You can almost see the win before it even happens, you know? And then you can't place loyalty into people who lie to themselves. So if they disloyal to themselves, how could you expect them to be real with you? Let's be real about it. That's an unnatural occurrence for them. Some people, they just superficial, right? And there's nothing you can do about it, nothing I can do about it. I don't even think there's nothing they can do about it until they change their mindset, y'all. If they change their mindset, then they can focus. And you don't want to be around no one where you got to bite your tongue because, oh, I know how this person's going to react. I know she's going to react like that. I know he's going to say something. Let me not step on their toes. No, if you got to tiptoe around the elephant in the room, then maybe it's time for you to leave that room because you shouldn't have to filter your words for feelings. Now, I'm not saying just be blatantly disrespectful, but some people like to do the dishing, but they can't take what they dishing out because it's been times when I've been wrong and I've had my friends tell me I was wrong. I've had my partners tell me I was wrong. I've had my woman tell me I was wrong. And I really didn't want to hear that shit. I'm going to be real. I did not want to hear it, right? Accountability is something that a lot of people struggle with. And I'm not perfect. I remember times when I wasn't accountable. And it's so easy to point the finger to someone else when you at fault. When I wasn't doing what I had to do in my life, I could point to a million things. When I wasn't doing what I need to do in a relationship, I could point to a million things. It's so easy to place blame on everyone other than yourself. And as I've been growing, I've learned, especially in this last year, because I've been really rocking out with myself in this last year. And we've gotten a lot of things done, right? I learned that I may have dodged a lot of accountability in the past times, right? So me being real with myself, and I've never sat around and lied to people or misled people, right? But I can agree that I've dropped the ball at times, right? So I don't get on here to pretend like I'm some perfect person. But what I can say is that now all of that's different. And the fact that I'm being authentic all around, a lot of people can't take it. They expected me to be the old version of me that they fell in love with. See, a lot of people don't love the new version of you. It's the old version that they comfortable with, that they can deal with, and what's the word? Tolerate. I don't want nobody tolerating me because I'm a visionary. I see things that's foreseeable for my future, that's manifested in real time. And I don't have time to even explain it because these are my visions and my thoughts are my thoughts, my visions are my visions. And if you're in a category of being on my team, being my brother from another, being my sister for I dish you, then I'm rocking with you. But I can't say that I'm rocking with everybody, right? I can't say everybody my friend, you know, because as I grow, I expect my circle to grow, right? I'm the dot, and then I start spreading around and then building my team out, right? But I'm the main character in my movie. It's nice to have co-stars, right? Makes for a great movie. It's also important to have supporting cast. It's also important to have a director, a production team. See, there's a lot that goes into making the movie, but you got to make the right moves. And it starts with placing people where they belong. So if you know they know good for you, they haven't done good for you, and people deserve chances, right? I believe in second chances. Heck, I've even given third chances, right? Because maybe the first time it was on me, second time was on them. So third time is the last time, right? But the third time could be a charmer, right? So I believe in seeing the good in people, but you can't make me believe in you more than you believe in you. I need people to be confident in themselves, and if we cool, we cool. I'm not tripping over it. If we not, we not. But what I will not be is someone that's tolerated and a yes man. I don't have that many yeses. I might have some no's for you. You're going to have to take my no's the same way you take my yes. Sometimes I'll be clapping for you. I'll be clapping for you. Then sometimes I may have some constructive criticism, and I hope that this relationship works the same on both sides. So I want a circle of people that I can hold accountable, and they can hold me accountable. So if you say you're going to do something, I may want to call you up and say, hey, what's up, man? You took care of that today? If I tell you I'm going to do something, you got every right to hold me accountable, right? So, and accountability is everything. And then you also, it could be family. You know what family members really rock with you and got your back? You know what? No one needs to tell you that. You know who talk about you behind your back. Now, when you go around those people that talk about you behind your back, that's on you. You can't be mad because you already knew they was telling your business. Where we going to the next level, communication is everything. It's key because it's really about integrity. When no one's watching, I need to know you still got my best interest at heart because I still got your best interest at heart. Even if I've dropped the ball, even if I haven't looked you eye to eye lately, I'm still rooting for you. You still have my support. Maybe a lot, maybe a little, right? However, we determine who we want to be. We can't make everybody believe in our dreams and our aspirations, but we can take actionable steps every day to get better. Even if you only improve 0.00000001%, you're better than you were yesterday. And that counts for something. See, we just stacking the days. And when you stack them up high enough, you get to a better version of yourself. So if they haven't supported you, don't expect them to support you now. You know, people show up when you're doing good. So expect to see people that wasn't always there when the tides turn, because this is a turn in time. And when tables turn, bridges burn. I mean, that's just the way it is. So learn who belongs in the good categories and place other people in the categories they need to be placed in. Because just because they're not your biggest supporter don't mean they're a bad person. But you need to place them in the right place. If you've been supporting me, I appreciate it. As always, Add it to your playlist, right? Send this to a friend that could really use these words. Maybe you can use them yourself. Maybe I'm right on time. But what I wanted to say is I'm going to continue to help the channel grow. I'm doing it on my own. And I don't do it for me. One, I do it for mental health because I believe we need to hear different perspectives from other people who've dealt with similar situations and how they've got it their way out of that. So that's part of why I started Life Chronicles, because life has a lot of ups and downs, and I just want to give my raw, authentic opinion. But also, I want to reach out to people to let them know you're not alone. I'm rooting for you. I got other videos. I think I got 30 something now. So I'm continuing to grow. And if you're with me now, you're on the ground up. Soon, I will be getting the camera, the ring lights, all the good stuff. I got pretty good lighting where I'm at. However, it can always be room for improvement, right? That's why even though it's called a building, after it's built, it's still called a building. Because there's always room for improvement, and that's what we focused on, right? Thanks for tapping in. Give me a like, subscribe if this your first time. If you made it this far, drop a comment. I appreciate it. But most importantly, peace.